Hi everyone, Dee here from Arts with Dipti Lamba. So I didn't record yesterday. I know I was supposed to do a tutorial on the Ethiopian guardian angel, but I took it off. Sweet Pea left, and I was a bit sad, so I decided to take a day off. I'm back to my chirpy self again. I don't want to put a happy face when I'm sad. That's just the way I am. So I took it off. We watched the movies, had some good food, and we missed her. We talked about her, and but I was happy. Her mom came and took her. Her mom really missed her. She was with us for 2 months and a half. If you see any of my older YouTube videos, you see Sweet Pea around, and she's the sweetest pity I've come across. Anyway, let's get on with it. So today I'm going to do a spread of the guardian angel. I'm going to draw the Ethiopian guardian angel on one side and my own guardian angel on the other side. Now, the Ethiopian guardian angel comes with a slight twist. It is not all that it seems. We think of the guardian angel as just a Christian angel, right? We have a good angel and we have the devil on the other side. But this story has more than the eye can see, than meets the eye. So, as I talk about it, as I read it from the book, and please excuse my mispronunciation, I'm trying to say the right words in the with the right pronunciation, but I'm not really good at it. But the need to understand, to learn from another's culture is genuine, you know. So let me share it with you. So this is the guardian angel, and he's beautiful. Okay, let's read it. The inscription Malak Ukabi above the picture, that's the inscription, means guardian angel. He stands at each person's right side. Satan and his minions try to profit from any slight separation of this angel from the person's side, possibly upon the orders from God in his wrath against sinners, and attack the man from the left. The angel is called upon to maintain a constant vigil. Do not separate thyself from me by night or day. It should be noted that in general speech, the Amharic word wakabi, guardian, from the Giz ukabi, refers essentially to an individual's protective Tsar spirit. Now, what's a Tsar spirit? I read up on it. A Tsar spirit is something which is supposed to be far more ancient than the Christian demon or the Islamic jinn. Though a lot of scholars feel that the influence of Christianity and Islam did happen over the concept of the Tsar spirit, but it is believed that the Tsar spirits were more primordial spirits. They could be even spirits from another realm altogether, parallel to our reality, or they could be nature spirits, and like those found in mountains, forests, and they live amongst us. And if you're possessed by a Tsar spirit, the Tsar spirit doesn't leave you. You can't have a Christian exorcism or a ruqya the way, it's in Islam. You basically have to learn how to be in harmony with your Tsar spirit. The Tsar spirit could be benevolent. He could be very benevolent or stern, could be very mischievous, capricious, and you give them what they want, which is generally good food, music, rest, and the person who basically helps you harmonize with your Tsar spirit is a woman. She's called a Shika, the main mama. And she's the one who helps you handle it. She's the one who she knows all the trance ways, she knows the spells, the song, what food to give, and all the women basically of the community get involved into helping the possessed person. And they go from there, and they see what's wrong with the person and they harmonize the person with the Tsar. So the Abba Abla Ukaba, one who has a guardian, is a person who maintains a Tsar cult and goes into a trance during certain ceremonies. particularly those associated with Saint Michael in November, January, and June. Now, Balaukwaba is a benevolent czar. So the shika, or the person who does the czar ceremony, the head person, they generally have their own czar, so they can recognize the pattern that, okay, this person is possessed by a czar because they have a czar in them. And on these occasions, the possessed one sacrifices a sheep to his czar, although some make the sacrifice directly to Saint Michael to thank him for having protected them during the past year. Scrolls are never used against a Wakiba, since he is the tutelary and protective spirit of the family. On the contrary, the Wakibe, may order a scroll to be prepared, and according to one Daptara, they are very fond of talismans. The choice of enlarging the size of the wings has forced the Daptara to omit the angel sword. Comparison with other scrolls by the same maker shows that he liked to vary his forms. The head in this talisman is small, in another, it is huge. He has also shown the feet, which is very rare in the scrolls. Aging has contributed to the pleasing harmony of the colors. Having no red pigment, the painter used a thick brown, which has flaked off to reveal a light ground. The vegetable yellow, which tends towards ochre, has absorbed the brown in places. The olive green has also flaked off, allowing the yellow of the parchment to show through. The two ornamental brands both enclose and harmonize with the picture. So we will paint this on one side, and on the other side, like I said before, I'm going to draw and paint my own guardian angel. So it's very interesting that the czar is so different from a jinn. And well, in the Islamic context, there is also Quran. You're born with a Quran. Your side jinn, who basically keeps a record of your deeds. And Prophet Muhammad, blessings be on him, he basically converted his Quran to Islam as well. That's what the story goes. These are very fascinating topics. I had made my whole thing on czar, but let's just keep it to the minimum. Later on, maybe we'll talk about the czar. I really find that concept very interesting. So let's get on with it. I'll be using my Artex markers for it. I've put my gouache away. And I think it's very interesting to get into. And I'll be using my pink journal that you know of, that I got from Michael back in October. Do look up on the concept of czar. Z, well, we Indians say Z, Americans say Z, tomatoes and tomatoes. ZAR or ZAR, if I'm going to be an Indian American. Okay, let's get to it. You guys can see? Okay. Pen. My pen. Do I need to see him? Do I? I really don't need to see him. I have him in my mind. Okay. Go away. So there we go. Oh, this is bridging across time in a way. That is the Ethiopian angel, guardian angel, and that's my guardian angel. And they're both looking at each other. I think they're lovely. They're really nice. I learned my lesson, last time I had done this painting here, these two. And even though the colors kind of were similar, but it still didn't feel cohesive. I wanted them to have that look of being together, the cohesive look, but they didn't have that cohesive look. So this time I decided to use the same color spread across the page, and I think it looks nice. That's my angel. I don't know my guardian angel's name, and which is fine. One doesn't have to know their angel's name till the time they're whispering, and telling us not to eat that extra chocolate or whatever. Extra chocolate's also fine, but you can't eat extra chocolate every day. The angel starts talking. And I think we are done. We are done. So Monday, I'm thinking I will probably do the whole scene of Jesus, Mary, baby Jesus and Mary, in the holy scene. Or we could do the 9 saints of Ethiopia. I will decide then, because there are some few more talismans that are here that I really like. And 25th, sometime next week, right? I'm not even going to count right now because my brain is still on this. So I'm going to take a break on the 24th, and I will return in the first week of January. But we still have 2-3 days, so that's when I'm going to be deciding whether I do the holy manger spread, again with Mary, Jesus, and animals and, whatnot. Or just keep it simple. I'll decide on Monday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'm going to take your leave and going to go have some breakfast. So until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.